I hope you guys are doing well. It is a Bitty Penny Live. So, welcome to the live if you're here. If not, I know you can catch this on the replay. So, there's that. Sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulties this morning with the live. I don't know why. Maybe they changed some things, but we're going to roll with it. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever one it is for you. So, here we are. I have 6 autumn butterfly junk journals that I want to flip through with you guys. I also, this morning, and maybe I should just start the video this way, I want to tell you about everything going on my channel and friends' channels this next week because it is a busy week for me. Maybe the busiest one I've had all year. So, all right, I will talk about that as I flip through one of the junk journals. And just spill some beans. So let's do this. One of the most, Vicky Reuter, good morning. Oh, good, you got it. Oh, I'm so glad. Good morning, Dawn. I told you it was coming. It just took me forever. I'm so sorry about that. Sometimes I can be terrible about mail, but I am going to try to get better. It's either that I'm really good or I'm really bad about it. Good morning, Dawn. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip through this journal, not talking about the journal, but telling you everything going on this next week because it's like the busiest week I've had all year for my channel. And so I'm going to talk about that, give y'all a few updates. Then I have 5 more of these. And those flip throughs, I can tell you a little bit. We may not even flip through all of them because they're very similar, but they're also, each one is unique and different. Okay, so let's get into this. These are my autumn butterfly journals. And this butterfly image here, and all of these others are from Antonio Makes. Antonio Makes is a YouTube channel here, and Antonio also has his own website where he sells digital designs. And I did just join his creative team. So for the next 3 months, I will be sharing some digitals of his and making things with it. And the way that you can support my channel with Antonio is by using my discount code. That's how he tracks my success, my sales. And what's cool about that is it gives you 10% off anything that you want to purchase, even his VIP memberships. And it gives me a commission. So I also get paid when you use my Bitty Penny 10 discount code. All right. So that is brand new news. Y'all are the first to hear it. So I will leave Antonio's channel and his website linked down below. TR, you're catching me live. You're here for a few minutes. Well, these first few minutes, I'm flipping through this journal. I'm not really talking about it, but I'm going to be talking about everything that's going on the next week because it's my busiest week. Okay. So this next week, let's see, starting tomorrow, we're just going to go in date order. Tomorrow, I have a fabulous collab with Debbie and Letty, and it's an ATC card collab, okay? And these are, I made 20 of these for our upcoming workshop that we're doing, the live workshop here in Georgetown, Texas. So we have, each are going to be making a video about ATCs, and we'll have a little collab tomorrow. So definitely come back and check that out. On the 1st, I'll be sharing everything that I made in for the Crafty Goals 2023 collab. So I'll share everything that I made in September. It was a lot. And so that's going on the 1st. On the 2nd, I have a sheetload of cards. You know, on the 2nd of every month, the sheetload team gets together and shares their sheetload. Call Me Crafty Al shares it on the 1st. Okay, so there's that going on the 2nd. On the 3rd, Cordelia, good morning. I'm running through everything that's going on here this next week. On the 3rd, Desiree from Include a Thank You will be coming on my channel live to do a very fun, very special video with me. The rest is all a secret. You just have to come back on October 3rd at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I believe. And let me double check that. I have it written down. I will definitely set a reminder for that too, so that you can see it posted on my channel, and then you can set a reminder. It's a little early and I need to find that card. I don't have it readily available, I don't think. It's either, you know what, it's actually, here's the card. I knew it wasn't that far away. Sorry. 6 p.m. Eastern, okay? So that's 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, October 3rd. Desiree will be here with me, okay? All right. Then I hope all of you are saving the date for October 7th. What an amazing day that's going to be. We'll be over on the Craft Roulette channel, and Mary so graciously asked me to be one of the co-hosts for the event, and I also have a relay that I'm doing. So I'll also be making a card in one of the relays that day. We are going to have so much fun, and I want you guys to be there. You may not be there all day. I totally get it. You know, everybody's got to do something, but I really hope you can come and hang out with us over on the Craft Roulette channel. Everything is going to move super fast, okay? So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to keep y'all excited. And then some guest, our featured guest, will stay a little longer, craft a little longer, talk a little longer, but the relays are going to be lickety split. So I love the pacing that they did for the show that day. So that's October 7th. I believe it starts at noon Central Standard Time and runs till about 6 o'clock, maybe 6:30, something like that. Okay. Then, as if that wasn't all enough, also that day, I will be on LV Handmade channel. So LV Handmade is Lynn's channel. I will be on there after Craft Roulette around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we will be doing a PJ watch party of the day's events, because if you didn't know, October 7th is World Card Making Day, and lots of people are having events throughout the day. And so we're going to go back and watch some of those events and kind of just do a little bit of a reaction video. So that's going to be lots of fun. All right. That's everything going on. Hey, Larry. Good morning and happy early birthday, may I say? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Tomorrow is Larry's birthday, so everybody wish Larry a happy birthday. Um, okay, so let me just talk real quick about these journals. I flipped through the first one. I didn't talk about it at all because I wanted to tell you everything going on. So these journals are so much fun. I wasn't going to make autumn journals, okay, because I really wasn't. And let me tell y'all who Larry is. That is Debbie's husband. So Project 39 mini album, Debbie, that's her hubby, and he is fabulous. I love Larry. So, okay. Um, these are the journals. They all have these patchy. Did I lose one? I'm supposed to have 6. Usually things come into my craft room and multiply. In this instance, like a magician, I had one behind my back. Okay. So, these I made with these fabric samples, these upholstery fabric samples. I had gotten 2 books of them at our local, like, crafty, what's it called? Drawing a blank. It is basically like a crafty place where everybody donates their whatever they think can be used for crafts, and then you go and buy them super cheap. Restore, something like that. It's like a recycling crafty place, and lots of cities are starting to have them now. We have one here in Austin. And so I got all these upholstery fabric books, like sample books, and I took the samples, and that's what I made these covers out of. So originally I wasn't going to make autumn journals because I don't know, this year I just wasn't really motivated by all the pumpkins and pumpkin spice latte and all that typical fallish stuff that we see in the crafting community. That just wasn't getting me, okay? I wasn't going to do it. But then I saw this autumn butterfly kit, and I saw another kit, and well, I just had to jump on it. I just had to. Then I was motivated. So now I have 6 of these. I think this is the one. I think I showed y'all this one with the piano player. Pretty sure that, no, this is the one I was just about to flip through. Okay, so let me tell you what some of the components are of these journals. I think, okay, I really wanted to do the junk journal with you guys live because I think flip throughs can kind of be a little bit stale. And so I wanted to hang out with you guys and do it in the live because that makes it so much more fun, at least for me. But let me tell you a little bit. Besides the upholstery fabric, I used old Amazon packaging as my base and sewed all the fabric onto the base and used scrapbook paper. There are some Time Life pages in here. You see the ladies on the horse. I had gotten some Time Life books from a thrift store that were like of the Old West. And some people probably cringe when they think that I've torn the pages out of those, but I did. I most certainly did. I'm guilty. And then I added some vellum and, scrapbook paper. These are old pages. So I've shared this shop with y'all, and they are actually one of our sponsors for our upcoming event. It's called Human Curiosity on Etsy. And she sells, let me grab some. Okay, so she sells book pages, like packages of book pages, and she sells like journal cover or book covers that are emptied out like this. So if you don't want to tear books apart, because that's not for everyone, and I respect that, you can find some over in her shop, and she is the most reasonably priced one that I have found, and she has customer service that I'm blown away by. Okay, so like this is a sample of the book covers that you can buy from her shop, and then she has packs of paper. This is filled with paper of all different sizes. And it's just kind of fun because you get a variety. So I think Human Curiosity on Etsy is a great place to go if you're just getting started with junk journal. Maybe you don't want to collect a ton of books in your house, but you want a little bit of paper and a little bit of variety. I would definitely recommend her. So all these different pages that you're going to see in this journal, besides my Time Life black and whites, came from there. I did some fun like lunar paste embossing with some new stencils. I added some pattern paper. This again is just a collage card that I made with that autumn butterfly. I mean, they look like you can just pick them off the paper. It's just a really beautiful kit. I have some mulberry paper in here. Okay, the next thing that I put in here that I really love is some kits from a shop that is new to me called Raindrop Lila. And wow, when I found her kits, I was like, yep, I'm definitely making a fall journal. Now, I'm not done with these because I'm crazy and tried to make 6 at one time, but I've come a long way. Look at this little chipmunk. I think it's a chipmunk. That's from a children's book that I had. Okay, so this is a Raindrop Lila here. I just loved the moodiness. Now this makes me think of fall. So I chose some of her printables. I purchased them with my own money. And that is also in here. This is a Raindrop Lila. Y'all haven't seen it yet, but check out. See, when you come to my live, you get to see all these sneak peeks. Look at this tape I made. Okay, I didn't make the tape, all right? I painted the tape with alcohol. Y'all, I usually always make my like distressed transparent tape for things like this, my Polaroids, my faux Polaroids. Well, I was on a call with Desiree actually, and we were just chatting, and I was just playing at my desk, and I came up with this. I was like, hey, I've never tried to use this like Yupo paper. Let me make some tape like this. And isn't that awesome? I obviously like it. I just made it this weekend, and I've already used quite a few pieces. But yeah, so that's what that is. Love that. Love that photo. Isn't that beautiful? Anyways. I've got some old, like, what is this called? Cross stitch patterns in here. Just random different things. And this again is the autumn butterfly. I think it's just 4 pages. A sleeping chipmunk again, because, yeah. I love this wheat filled. Ruffles. I can't seem to make a journal without ruffles or pleats. They're not really ruffles, I guess they're more pleats. This is also Raindrop Lila. And I just backed it with some free scrapbook.com paper. I gotten this paper free in an order from scrapbook.com, and I used some of it to back things. An old Canadian map. So again, this is like real, and it's from Human Curiosity. So all these pages, one of my goals in 2024 is to start building pages differently for my journals. And so that will be an adventure. But I just want to look at construction and how I put my pages together a little differently and start playing around with that. I made these in a live one time. Well, I stamped the butterfly on acetate in a live, and then it just like never dried. The ink took a week or something to dry. It was crazy. but I just flipped it over, and when I was playing with my alcohol inks the other day, I put alcohol inks on it and cut those out. So each one of the journals happens to have one of those. You know, I just don't throw away failed things because they all have opportunity of some sort. If not for cards, then for junk journals. It looks like this one got 2 Polaroids. I thought this was quintessential fall looking as well. Oh, thanks, Dawn. Stays on does work, yeah. I don't remember what I was using, but it didn't want to dry. Love these. I want to come through here and still put more butterflies. I still have some stamping to do in these journals. I'm not finished with them yet, but I'm as finished as I'm going to be for the time being until after next week when I can breathe again. I did something kind of fun with these vellum pages. So the first page is, the first side of the vellum is just plain with a clipped on. This is another Antonio makes. This was actually a freebie in his shop. He does Friday freebies. If you sign up, he'll email you a freebie every Friday, and it's a PDF. You just download it. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything except for open your email on a Friday, and you get a free download. So that's a big bonus. But that vellum, I took half of a sheet. Isn't this girl fabulous on her horse? Like, this is how I always envision riding a horse. Like, just fast across the plains, and oh my gosh, that would be so exciting. But one of my nicknames happens to be Trick Rider. That is not how I ride a horse. I tend to ride a horse by being drug across the ground. It doesn't look like that, so I don't ride horses. That's a story for another time, but this is how I want to feel. Like Runaway Bride, Julia Roberts on a horse. That's how I want to feel about horses, but I'm Trick Rider, and that's not how it goes. Okay, so I sewed half a sheet from the Time Life book on here and made a pocket because I couldn't pick a side. I really didn't want to glue one of these down because I liked this girl too. Like, she's giving me very much, you know, antebellum, but like women's rights, y'all. Let's, you know. So, that's how I handled these pages that I thought were so fabulous, was that I turned them into a pocket with vellum. And I did that in every one of these journals. And then I made a writing board. Again, this is an Antonio Makes. I think this was a freebie as well, actually. Oh my gosh. Hi, Barbie. Good morning. I'm just sitting here chatting and sharing some journals real quick. I'll actually be going here pretty soon. I'm just gonna flip through these and chat with y'all. Oh, I totally thought about you. Okay, so Barbie is her name, but her channel is Nellie and Ruth Designs. I love Barbie. I do so much. Okay, you've got to go check out her channel. She is working on cowgirl journals right now that are amazing. And so I've been working on these for like the last week, Barbie, and I totally thought about you because I know you're working on cowgirl journals, and I've had these Western kits in my stash, you guys. I've shown them to you a couple of months ago in their envelopes. I was like, oh, I made 10 Western kits and they're ready to ship, but I never posted them in my Etsy because I don't like the amount of money of mine that they keep. So I'm not using Etsy anymore. So now I just have them sitting in my craft room. So these autumn journals are like autumn butterflies, but they have a bit of country in them, by both imagery, you know, the cross stitch patterns and things like that. So I totally thought of you. All right, so I'm just going to kind of flip through these. So here, talking about the construction again. So with old pages from old books, they can be extremely brittle. This is one. I had a few engravings from an old book and they were so brittle, but I wanted to include them in these journals. So I think each journal has an engraving from this book, but I couldn't just add it as a page, so I glued it onto scrapbook paper. So that's what I'm talking about, altering the way I construct pages going forward. I'm definitely going to be thinking about how I build my pages. Now, obviously, I don't feel like this one is necessarily done. I would love to finish up this edge and maybe add a shallow pocket here, or maybe some lace or ribbon, you know, add something fabulous to it. But I'm just going to be looking at my pages a little differently. You know, like, ooh, that would be pretty, right? So pretty. I probably will just add this in here. But, and then I can put a piece of washi tape or something right there if I want to. But that's what I'm talking about. Here's another one. So on this one, this is scrapbook paper too. This is kind of a thinner scrapbook paper. So I kind of wanted to back it since it's a pocket, and I just put another book page as the backing for it. And then this one is another brittle page, and you'll notice like I didn't want to cut it off. So again, this is me exploring a different way to add a page to a journal. Instead, I just folded it in, folded it up, glued it down, and now I have the whole page in there, and I liked it hanging off the edge. Even though this is brittle and it's cracking and it may fall off, I'm okay with it. And hopefully whoever purchases it is as well. But yeah, I'm probably going to have these, well, for sale in my upcoming workshop with Debbie and Letty. Because I'm not posting anything in my Etsy shop anymore. I will try to find a place to sell online that I don't feel like is robbing me. Oh, you guys, I don't know if I'm right, but I tell it like I see it. Yes, please, Dawn, drop her link. That would be fabulous. Thank you. More of the, oh, Barbie and everyone else, whoever might be joining, you got to see this. This is, okay, so I make the faux distressed transparent tape, but then I played with it with my alcohol inks the other day, and I made this beauty right here. So try that, play with that. I was just playing around and I'm in love. Oh, I think someone asked me, did y'all ask me what this is on? This is like a Tim Holtz thing, and I think I cut it. You know what? I think it goes to the Tim Holtz glass mat. I don't know. I'm really not precious about things like this. I don't even know where it's really from, but I think it is Tim Holtz. And but I buy those really cheap silicone kitchen sheets for baking, the cheap ones. I probably wouldn't actually bake with them, but I will craft with them. And I'll cut them down into smaller pieces, and that's what I'll usually make that tape on. But I couldn't find one at the time, so I grabbed the nearest thing, which happened to be that white mat. Again, me playing with, this just had a blank page. This was a piece of single-sided pattern paper. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to cover a white page with a book page. So this was from my Childcraft book, which is where I actually got all my little cute chipmunk images that we've been seeing on here. Well, that page, that's from Human Curiosity. Come on, chipmunks, where are you? Oh, these are Childcraft images. And so this was the front of that book. Again, just using the pocket, using my lunar paste, and having fun with my stencils, having fun with my embellishments, like my ribbons and stuff. cute little fox. Another page that I built, and this one I did put washi tape down. The bottom's not done. I have time. If you guys, hi Tamara, good morning. If you guys like want one of these journals, you could email me through my website, my contact page, and we can work something out as well. But yeah, I'm not putting this in Etsy. Okay, here's another fabulous rider on a horse. See, I just love that imagery. The women just being all wild and free on their horse. Here's another page that I kind of built with 2 pages. So this is the cover, the girl with her donkey. She was so fabulous. I just had to put her in the front. But it wouldn't stretch quite enough in the back. I thought that was a little short for a back page. So I added these modern washing machines to it. And yeah, built out that page. And I also went ahead and made that a tuck spot, because why not? And there's an ass of an ass. Okay. This is a writing board. I do like to include these. The writing boards are so that if you're got a real bumpy surface, you can put this underneath your page and write on it and not get a bunch of wonky lines. So that's the gist of all of these journals. The piano player, this lady on her horse. I obviously have a thing for that. Okay, this is the one I've shown you. So I've shown you those 2. There's really not much difference other than the covers. The covers are completely different from one another. I love this fabric. Let me tell you about this fabric pleat that I have on all of them. I was given a bag of fabric scraps, and my mom said that it came like someone was clearing out someone's estate and they were just going to get rid of them. And she volunteers at a food pantry where they also have a thrift store to help support the food pantry, and they had bagged them up to give them away for free, because they didn't really want to sell them because they were like really scrappy scraps. And she's like, I think my daughter can use those for junk journals. So I got so excited when it was a whole big like 13-gallon bag of fabric that I got. And I got excited because whoever saved all of those really scrappy scraps, they saw potential in them. And then they didn't get the opportunity to use them. But now I do, and I also see all the potential in her scrappy scraps. So I don't know, by osmosis, I feel like I get to validate that other crafter, quilter, whoever she was, by saying, yeah, I value your scrappy scraps. I'm going to make them into beautiful journals. So all of these are from that lady's collection, her scrappy scraps. And I loved this fabric so much. I think I have one piece left. Let me show you what it looked like. I saved this one. This was the biggest piece of it all. The rest was literally just torn little pieces. But isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just love it so much. So I have this one piece left. The rest, I mean, it was scraptastic, y'all. It was literally like strips like this. So I just immediately saw pleats and ruffles being made with it. So each one of the journals has that on there. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I enjoyed hanging out with you. These are my autumn journals. I won't be making any more autumn journals. I think I'm autumned out. But I think they're beautiful. I think they're fun. So we've got the piano player, the donkey girl. We got these girlfriends hanging out, wagon ride. You know, the insides all have upholstery pockets on the front and back, by the way. Let's see. What's going on in this one? This one definitely feels like October. Oh, the lady in the wheat field with the baby. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love that image so much. Love that. Let's see who this one is. Oh, two ladies talking on a muddy road. Let me show you this. Can you imagine? First of all, we walk around in cutoffs and t-shirts around here in Texas. Can you imagine dressing like this and having to walk down a muddy road? And like how they did have to laundry their clothes? Man, look at those tough faces. Amazing. Somebody is doing their laundry. I love old photographs. Love, love, love them. I could stare at them all day and try to pick out, you know, little details and different things. But I thought that image was fabulous. So that everyone obviously that I was just like really keen on had to be in the cover of these. So I imagine that this is a proud mama with her mama. I think this is 3 generations. That's what I've made up in my head. We're just going to go with it. Okay, y'all. So this is the 3 generations with a little wheat behind it. More wheat. And this reminds me of like the Choctaw, how they build underground. That's not what this is, but how they would build a bit underground. I really wanted these writing boards to fit in the back, but they're just, some of them they do and some of them don't. But I thought the writing board could go back in that back pocket. That's it, y'all. That's everything. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some ideas about building pages. Like this was a blank white page. On the back is pattern paper, and I put a smaller piece of a book page here with a ribbon, and I thought someone could write above it, below it, on top of it, on the side, wherever they want. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Here's a real cool image that I liked. I wanted the majority of it to show, so I folded it differently. So there, that way the majority of it could show. It's just like an icy tundra with people walking around, because that must have been fun. I don't know. That just looks a little too cold for me. There's a kid with his bobsled though. Like he is having fun. You know, they're sledding, they're checking out the ice. Real life snow. There's an engraving. So that one I made the top of this pocket page. This engraving was a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. So I didn't want to put the whole thing on the page. I don't want to creep anybody out, but I thought this was at least kind of cute. So I left this part and just cut off part the other part. That's it, you guys. I'm going to stop chatting. I'm going to go adults and make breakfast and lunch and all of those things and go to work. Go to work. And it's Friday, so we've got that going for us. Oh, this one got 2 engravings. I love anything. Anytime there's a girl and a dog, I'm happy. So I had to put that one in there as well. All right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for spending your time with me. I'm going to be hitting your notification box. You want to hit that bell, you know, notify all, because it's going to be a whole lot of fun around here this next week. And we're just going to have a good time. All right. So my mom does rock, Tamara. You're right. I love her. So I love you guys too. Have an awesome Friday. Have an awesome weekend. Come back tomorrow for ATCs. Come back on the 1st to see all my crafty makes, everything that I made in September. Come back on the 2nd. We're going to have a sheet load of cards. Come back on the 3rd for my live with Desiree. I'd include a thank you. And then go to Craft Roulette on October 7th and catch me and like everybody else. There's a huge lineup. And we're going to be having a whole lot of fun. All right, guys. Love you so much. See you later. Bye.